This segment of the Angus Report is brought to you by Omega Farms, a commitment to environmental stewardship, a place for outdoor recreation and hunting opportunities, and a source for quality, industry-leading Angus genetics. Omega Farms, become a part of the tradition. Visit us at omegafarms.com.
Any cattle sale has a list of sale terms and conditions, the guidelines used when purchasing or selling cattle. The American Angus Association has provided such suggested guidelines for decades, but they've undergone some needed updates.
I'm here with Don Laughlin. Don is the Director of Member Services for the American Angus Association. And Don, fall sale season is around the corner, and something the American Angus Association has recently done is come out with some new suggested sale terms. Explain those terms.
Basically, they're not necessarily new, they're updated. We've changed the way we do Angus business. Many times people don't look at sale terms and conditions until they have a problem. And so what the Board of Directors did is they appointed a task force to look in the way that we now do Angus business, because some of the terms and conditions were reflective of the way the Angus business was conducted in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So we went in, took the basic structure and just updated them basically so they reflect the way that we do Angus business today.
I imagine the business has changed quite a bit since the 40s, 50s, and 60s. What were some of the changes that were created?
Some of the major points that was brought out is, first of all, these terms and conditions are written for any type of sale. The old terms and conditions were written solely for a public auction. We don't sell cattle solely in auctions anymore. So if you're selling bulls privately, commercial to commercial cattlemen, these can be utilized in that fashion, as well as any type of internet auction, any type of public auction that you may want to put forth. One of the big points that I think people need to realize is these are amendable. These are a suggested sale terms set forth by the seller, and he can change any part of these as long as he lets the buyers know what those changes are.
So they're kind of guidelines.
They're guidelines, and nothing more than guidelines. We don't enforce these. Like I said, this is an agreement between a buyer and a seller as set forth by the seller. You know, most bulls get sold on a handshake, and that's fine until there's a problem. So this gives an opportunity, for example, if a seed stock producer, he can go back, use these terms and conditions, and he can give a copy of them to potential buyers along with the data information he may have, so they can go ahead and put that information out to the buyers so you know what the terms of sale are before there's a problem. Most time there's not a problem, but when those problems arise, we've got some guidelines to go by.
Prior to the sale is key then.
Prior to the sale is necessary as far as I'm concerned.
So what else is new with the sale terms and conditions?
One of the major changes, Crystal, that they put in is the old terms and conditions. When you bought a cow that was bred to AI to a non-owner bull, the seller was obligated to provide the AI certificate. The way we do business today has changed, and so that's reflected in the new updated terms and conditions, and it puts the responsibility of buying that AI certificate on the buyer.
Well, if you would like to learn more about the suggested sale terms and conditions provided by the American Angus Association, visit angus.org and take a look at the Rules and Forms tab. Thanks for coming in today, Don.
Thank you.